legends last.
Hi again, and welcome to Rogues Crime Galleria. I'm your host, Todd H., and today we're getting into the weird case of John Wayne Gacy. You know, some clowns are just no fun. But make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. That way we can continue to bring you this material every Monday and every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But now that you've done that, let's get into it.
All right, let's jump right in, shall we? Today's deep dive is a tough one, folks. We're looking at John Wayne Gacy.
Yeah, the killer clown.
Yeah.
A case that really gets under your skin.
It does. I mean, you look at the guy, successful businessman, active in his community, even met Rosalind Carter once.
Right. Totally normal on the surface.
Yeah.
Volunteering as a clown.
Yeah.
For crying out loud.
But then you find out about the murders. At least 33 young men and boys.
All lured to his house, tortured. It's a horrifying story.
And it makes you wonder, how does someone live that double life? How do they keep those two worlds separate?
That's what we're going to try and figure out today. What made John Wayne Gacy tick?
We've got some really interesting sources lined up too. Court documents, interviews with investigators, psychological profiles.
Even some of Gacy's own writings from death row.
So let's start at the beginning, shall we?
Yeah.
Gacy's childhood. He was born in Chicago, 1942.
Not an easy start. His father was an alcoholic, pretty abusive.
Yeah, I read about that. Physically and emotionally abusive. Gacy was constantly being put down.
Told he was stupid, worthless. Especially compared to his sisters.
You have to wonder what kind of impact that has on a kid.
Oh, absolutely. A lot of experts believe that kind of early trauma can be a major factor in these cases.
That need for approval, the resentment, it can fester, you know?
It can. And then on top of that, you've got the sexual abuse Gacy experienced.
Both as a victim and a perpetrator, which is, well, that just adds another layer of complexity.
It does. It's like a recipe for disaster in a way.
Yeah.
You've got this damaged kid struggling with his identity as sexuality.
And then he finds this way to exert power to control others.
Exactly. But that's jumping ahead a bit. Let's stick with his early life for now.
Okay, so we've got this troubled childhood, a really dysfunctional family dynamic.
Gacy bounces around from job to job, has some run-ins with the law.
He ends up in Iowa, gets married, starts a family. You'd think, okay, maybe he's turning things around.
Right. He's got this whole respectable life going on, owns a construction company, gets involved in the community.
Joins the Jaycees, even starts dressing up as a clown for charity events. Pogo the Clown, I think it was.
Yeah, Pogo. And people loved him. He was a hit at kids' parties, parades, hospital visits.
It's incredible, isn't it? This guy, who we know is capable of such horrific things, is out there entertaining children.
And that's the thing that makes this case so fascinating, so terrifying.
Yeah.
It's that contrast.
This public persona, the good guy image,
Yeah.
and then the dark reality underneath.
It really makes you question how well you can ever know someone, doesn't it?
It does. So at this point, Gacy's got the seemingly perfect life, successful business, active in the community.
There are cracks starting to show.
Yeah.
His marriage falls apart. There are rumors about his behavior with young men.
And then in 1972, it starts. The murders.
His first victim, a teenage boy named Timothy McCoy, lured to Gacy's house with the promise of a job.
And from there, it just escalates.
Over the next 6 years, at least 32 more victims.
All young men, most in their late teens or early 20s.
And the way he did it,
Mm-hmm.
it was methodical, almost ritualistic.
The rope trick, the torture, it's just horrific.
And all this time, he's still living this double life. Still Pogo the Clown, still the respected businessman.
It's mind-blowing. How did he keep it all hidden for so long?
Well, that's what we're going to explore next. The investigation, the evidence, the psychology behind it all. So, how did this house of horrors finally get uncovered? Where do we even begin?
It all starts with a missing kid, right? Robert Peast.
15 years old. Last seen leaving his job at a pharmacy in Des Plaines.
December of 78. And guess who he was supposed to be meeting about a potential job?
Yep, John Wayne Gacy. The police go to question him, and at first, they don't really suspect anything.
I mean, why would they? This guy's a pillar of the community.
Exactly. But then they start digging into his past, and some things pop up.
Like what? Give us the dirt.
Well, there was that sodomy conviction in Iowa, for starters.
Oh, yeah, I remember reading about that. He served some time, but the records were sealed.
Right. And then there's an outstanding battery charge in Chicago.
So there's already a history of violence, even if it wasn't widely known.
Exactly. And the cops start noticing something off about Gacy's behavior, too.
Like what? What was he doing?
He's just too casual, almost cocky, you know?
Yeah, I get that. Like, he's enjoying the attention, the game of it all.
Right, so they get a search warrant for his house, and this is where things get really creepy.
Okay, hit me with the evidence.
They find all sorts of stuff. Police badges, handcuffs, a starter pistol.
A starter pistol? What was he doing with that?
Who knows? But it gets worse. They find books on homosexuality and pedophilia.
That's just disturbing.
And then there's this 2x4 with holes drilled in it.
Okay, now I'm really getting chills. What was that for?
They later found out he used it to restrain his victims.
God, it's too much. So they find all this evidence. What happens next?
They confiscate Gacy's car, put him under surveillance, and they start interviewing people who knew him.
Like his employees, right?
Yeah, one of them, David Cram, tells them about a watch Gacy gave him.
A watch? What's so special about a watch?
Well, according to Cram, Gacy said he got it from a dead person.
Oh, wow. That's a pretty big red flag.
It is. And then another employee, Michael Rossi, mentions that Gacy had him spreading lime in the crawl space.
Lime? Why lime?
To speed up decomposition. You know, get rid of the smell of... Yeah, well, you know.
Oh my God. So they bring in the cadaver dogs, right?
Yep. And one of the dogs reacts to Gacy's car. Indicates that a body's been in there.
So at this point, they know, right? They know they're dealing with something truly horrific.
They get another search warrant. This time, they focus on that crawl space.
And that's where they find, well, the bodies.
Yep. 29 of them buried under the house.
29. Under his house. How is that even possible?
It's almost unbelievable, right? He was living on top of a graveyard.
And all this time, he's still acting like he's innocent.
Oh, yeah. He tries to deny everything at first, but it's too late. They've got the evidence, the witnesses.
And then he confesses, right? Tells them everything.
Well, sort of. He gives this rambling confession to his lawyers, but it's full of contradictions.
Like what? What was he saying?
He admits to killing at least 30 victims, but claims they were all male prostitutes or runaways.
Oh, so he's trying to make them seem less like victims, more like...
Exactly. He's trying to justify his actions, make himself seem less monstrous.
But it doesn't work, does it?
Nope. The jury sees right through it.
Guilty on all 33 counts of murder, the largest murder trial in U.S. history at that time.
And with that, John Wayne Gacy's reign of terror finally came to an end.
So he's behind bars, awaiting execution, case closed, right? But it's not that simple, is it? There's still so much to unpack, like what drove him to do this? What made him tick?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? The why. Trying to understand the mind of a serial killer.
I mean, we touched on his childhood, the abuse, the trauma, but is that really enough to create a monster like this?
It's definitely a factor. A lot of experts believe that early childhood experiences, especially trauma, can play a huge role.
But it's not a guarantee, right? Plenty of people go through terrible things and don't become serial killers.
Exactly. It's a complex mix of nature and nurture, personality, genetics, environment. It all comes into play.
So where does Gacy fit into all this? What do the experts say about his psychological profile?
Well, they diagnosed him with antisocial personality disorder. You know, what used to be called psychopathy.
Okay, so he's a psychopath. What does that actually mean?
It means he lacked empathy, remorse, guilt. He could charm people, manipulate them, but he didn't really care about them.
Like he was wearing a mask.
Yeah.
This whole good guy persona.
Exactly. And that's part of what made him so dangerous. He could blend in, gain people's trust.
And then use that trust to lure his victims. It's chilling.
It is. And then you add in the sadism, the pleasure he got from inflicting pain.
That's the part I just can't wrap my head around. What kind of person enjoys torturing others?
Well, in Gacy's case, it seemed to be tied to his need for power and control. He was abused as a child, felt powerless.
So he was taking that power back, but in a really twisted way.
Yeah. He was dominating his victims, making them suffer. It was like a way of compensating for his own feelings of inadequacy.
And the clown persona. How does that fit into all this?
That's a fascinating aspect. He claimed it allowed him to regress, to become childlike.
But some experts see it as more sinister than that, like it was a way of hiding his true nature.
Or even a way of luring his victims. Clowns are supposed to be fun, non-threatening.
It's like the ultimate deception, isn't it? Using something associated with joy and laughter to mask something so horrific.
It is. And it speaks to the depth of his depravity.
Well, this has been a really tough one, folks. A real look into the dark side of humanity.
It is a disturbing case. But it's important to remember that it's not representative of all humanity.
Right. And there's also something positive that came out of this tragedy.
Oh, yeah, that's right. the Amber Alert system.
A direct result of the Gacy case and the outcry over Robert Peace's disappearance.
It's a system that saved countless lives. A way to quickly get the word out when a child goes missing.
A legacy of hope, in a way, out of something so terrible.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It shows that even in the darkest of times, we can find ways to make things better, to protect the innocent.
Well, that's a good note to end on, I think. Thanks for sticking with us through this tough deep dive.
Absolutely. And remember, if you see something, say something. We all have a responsibility to look out for each other.
Stay safe out there, everyone.
They say laughter is the best medicine, unless, of course, you're at one of John Gacy's house parties. Then, well, maybe just run. Huge thanks to my co-host Eli Stone, whose insights are sharper than Gacy's double life, and Nora Steele, who doesn't just paint a picture, she peels back the wallpaper and finds the bodies behind it. You two are the only kind of killer company I'm happy to keep. If this episode made your skin crawl just right, don't forget to hit like and subscribe and share with your fellow crime fiends, and make sure to tap that notification bell, because when the crawl space starts talking, you're going to want to be the first to hear it. And that's all we got on our show tonight, so we'll see you next time on Rogues Crime Galleria.
Step inside. Don't look back. Every shadow's got a name. From the alleys where the cold steel sings, to the suits with blood on diamond rings, ghosts of power, greed, and flame. Every legend leaves a stain. Whispers crawl through history's halls, mugshots hanging on haunted walls. Outlaws riding, empires fall. You're one step from it all. Truth gets buried, lies get tall, but we're the ones who hear the call. Welcome to the Rogues Galleria, where the wicked live forever. Every crime, every killer's tale, locked in time, we unveil. Yeah, the darkness tells ya you can't run from your past. In the Rogues Galleria, we make the legends last. We make the legends last. Ponzi kings with a silver grin, my boss deals in a world of sin. Six gun smoke in a desert sky, another outlaw lives a lie. Cold case files and a killer's code, buried truths on a broken road. Every story that chills your spine, we bring it back to life. No escape when the truth gets loud, faces staring from the crowd. Welcome to the Rogues Galleria, where the wicked live forever. Every crime, every killer's tale, locked in time, we unveil. Yeah, the darkness tells ya you can't run from your past. In the Rogues Galleria, we make the legends last. We make the legends last. Every name carved in the night, every wrong dressed up is right. If you listen, you'll hear them breathe in the gallery. They never leave. Welcome to the Rogues Galleria. Step inside, don't you falter. Every sin, every twisted mind, we expose what you won't find. Darkness calls ya, now you're part of the past. In the Rogues Galleria, you ain't leaving once you pass. Rogues Galleria, where the stories never die.